Thank you. It's great to see so many people taking time out of their busy Saturday to try to save this state and by extension the country. How is it possible we can have the most popular Republican president in our lifetime, yet have so many rhinos in our party? Who knows what a rhino is? For those who don't, it stands for Republican in name only, R-I-N-O. They are politicians who claim they are Republicans, but vote with the Dems, or against President Trump when he needs them most. We don't just have rhinos in Washington, D.C. We have them in our own backyards right here in Florida. A lot. Well, we can't save the entire country from rhinos. We can do something about who represents us at the local level. Slide 2, please. What's that? Oh, he told me he was going to slide them, but that's okay. Okay.
There we go.
Can I just say slide and you can? Perfect.
It's not on the screen.
Okay. Let's put it on the screen.
Slide 2.
There we go. How's that, guys? Good?
Yep.
Awesome.
Perfect. Thank you. This is how our party is structured from the top down. A lot of people don't really understand how it's put together. Nationally, we have the RNC, the Republican National Committee. In the state, we have the RPOF, or the Republican Party of Florida. I can see I'm talking to the right crowd. You're going to love what's coming. In our counties, we have the RECs, or the Republican Executive Committee. They're not all bad, but a good number of them. They're all organized pretty similarly, folks. You got the chair, the vice chair, the secretary, the treasurer. Most Republican voters have absolutely no idea they can join their party at the local level by joining their Republican executive committees, where they can actually make a difference in their local politics if they have, I see a lot of shaking heads of no, if they have good county leaders. How many of you here know who your county REC leaders, actually put your hands down. How many here don't know who their REC leaders are? And this is not a trick question. There's so many people out there who have no idea even what an REC is. So that's kind of, now, how many of those who do know who they are think they're rhinos? Boy, we have a lot of work to do. Republican leaders should be promoting conservative principles and candidates in the state and counties. They're responsible for recruiting candidates, providing support and endorsements. But what happens when rhinos, dark money, and lobbyists control the state party and county RECs? A swamp. Like we have one growing in Alligator. Thank you. I forgot what it's called. Ramba Consulting Group, for example, are lobbyists who have clients like the Florida Supervisors of Elections, known as the FSE, Inc. Ramba shapes legislation that impacts election procedures via the Supervisors of Elections in Florida. They influence legislative leaders and committees in the interests of the FSE, shaping the content and passage of election bills. Oh, and did I mention the FSE's vendors are companies like Dominion and ES&S? Shockingly, our state RPOF chairman, Evan Power, lobbyist firm Ramba Consulting. Does that sound like the appearance of a conflict of interest? Slide 3, please. Midterm elections are coming up in 2026, folks. That's not far away. All Florida and U.S. House Representative seats are up for grabs. In Florida, I just learned this doing my research, so AI better be right. In Florida, all even-numbered district Senate seats are up for election, as well as about a third of the U.S. Senate seats. Did everybody know that? The purpose of this first quarterly event, we've called Reclaim Campaign, is to prepare you, MAGA, America Firsters, for the midterms, because we know that historically they are bad for the party of an incumbent president. The last thing Trump needs is more rhino obstructionists like Tom Tillis and Tom Massey. And Florida needs to replace a number of rhinos in Tallahassee. It's our civic duty to be active during the next 2 years. Slide 4, please. As State Ambassador for Defend Florida and leader of my Pinellas County team, many of whom are here today, thanks guys, that canvass voters to determine how clean our voter rolls really are, I have faced rhino resistance to MAGA firsthand, as I'm sure many others in this group have. How many here were or are still part of the Defend movement? Can you guys stand, please? Give these great patriots a hand. We really did some amazing stuff to try to wake our leaders up. This chart you're seeing on the screen is the last chart Defend Florida put out, and it details what we all found in 2021 through our canvassing efforts. Hard. I mean, look at these people. We're professionals. We have better things to do than look over the shoulder of those who are supposed to be doing this job. 20% of our voter rolls are very suspicious. I don't know if they fixed it yet. Who controls our supervisor of elections? The private organization, the private organization called the FSE Inc. Who controls it? You guys are right. The lobbyist firm, they've hired Ramba Consulting. Who sits on the board of directors of Ramba? Evan Power, the chairman of our state Republican Party. This is crazy. When Defend Florida Patriots brought our findings to our representatives, our local RECs, and our RPOF, we became enemies of our own party.
Yes, yes.
With targets on our backs.
Yes.
We thought we were going to be looked at as heroes. Look what we found. How naive we were. If you were involved in politics in 2020 and 2021, you know that the Republican Party from the RNC down told anyone complaining about the stolen election to shut up. Anyone else heard that back then? Yeah. Recently, the RPOF doubled down on its anti-MAGA, anti-America First agenda. Raj has personally been heavily censored. Well, that I can kind of understand. No. And so has this Reclaim Campaign effort. Look at all the great patriots our own party is trying to shut up. The Manatee REC, which Trent Wayman's here today, and some of the other, I've seen many of my friends for Manatee, was completely shut down because patriots there, like Trent, were so effective in getting MAGA elected as candidates in 2024. You definitely should visit his table. over there. My county, REC in Pinellas, you know they love me. Won't even allow us to ask questions at meetings or submit resolutions. What kind of unity is that? And they say we're the divisive ones. 5, please. The truth is, the Rhino Republicans in charge of Florida have no interest in us. That's why I founded Pinellas Watchdogs. Pinellas Watchdogs, can you stand up? As an alternative to get more MAGA involved in local politics, since our own party doesn't run us. Check us out at PinellasWatchdogs.org, where you'll see us in action. The best part? We get to speak at our own meetings and actually work together as a group should. Slide 6, please. We've built ourselves in the same kind of structure as the REC. Why the heck not? You know, that is one thing I like about it, the REC. We follow the same party rules, so we learn the rules, the same model constitutions, and precinct committee strategies, better than they do. I'll talk more about that, by the way, in my breakout session that's going to be going on over behind those doors there. Slide 7, please. That frees us as a group to support the true America First candidates we want in. We can do our own campaigning, door knocking, and fundraising better than them. As most grassroots groups in here are the same. As General Flynn has said many times, everyone want to say it? Local action equals national impact. Slide 8, please. Once you have a core grassroots group, you'll find lasting friendships. Plus, this same core group sticks together from one campaign to the next because they care about their communities. Now imagine if all the America First groups across the state joined forces and united. Slide 9, please. Together, our efforts can benefit from an expanded and united reach. We can combine our candidates into an America First slate of candidates when appropriate. No more settling for rhino candidates forced down our throats. Like the bad picks, unfortunately, our president keeps getting. We can share our media contacts for wider exposure for candidates. Fundraising can be force multiplied. Make sure to visit my friend Lance Wissinger, who stood up earlier. Lance is over by my table, how convenient. He and I used to be neighbors. His America First Hennessy Strategies PAC is going to really help us this coming. It's positioned for 2026, so get to know Lance. Slide 10, please. We could hold matching county-to-county press conferences, folks, for greater exposure. Think about that. Think about 10 groups who are in this room today having simultaneous press conference on the same subject.
Whoa.
Slide 11, please. Voter guides. Create matching voter guides for wider America First brand recognition. Y'all have heard the story about the rhinos stealing the MAGA voter guides to make them look just like them. I mean, co-opting our ideas. That tells you everything we need to know. Slide 12, please. We can build coalitions. There's Bernie. He's coming up. I love Bernie. He is one of the few who really cares and he's in Pinellas County. We're so lucky to have him. You can build, or together, we can build coalitions with America First legislators, like Bernie, to unite efforts in getting real conservative bills passed. How many here have at least one legislator on speed dial? Raise your hand if you have one legislator on speed dial. Look around the room. How about if we united, and when a bill comes up, we can all be in a committee with legislators and just start calling each other, hey, you know, get him on board, get him on board. This is going to make a huge difference. Slide 13, please. Once the template is built for every kind of event, all America First County groups will have access to the templates. No more reinventing the wheel. We need this effort to be turnkey.
Yeah, we do.
Slide 14. Press releases will take minutes to format because we'll already have it in one central location. And they too can occur statewide. Slide 15. Endorsements. Together, we can get more big name endorsements for our local MAGA candidates. Slide 16. Does that guy look familiar? Woohoo! I had to throw him in here because he just won his $5 million appeal. Oh my God, he's awesome. Bigger names. We'll be able to get bigger named endorsements. This is actually what I got for Dave Cameron, the slate of 13 county SOE candidates, if you all heard about those. I united them in the same concept when I started hearing about that we had 13 America First candidates out there. Kathy knows. Dave Schaffels here as well. He was there. Chris Gleason's not here, but he was in it. I thought, why are all these guys running separately? Let's get them together in a slate where we can get a lot more attention on them. And it did help each one of their campaigns. This is the kind of unity I'm talking about. Number 17, please. Before closing, I'd like to ask everybody to take a minute and visit our PinellasWatchdogs.org website, because I'm going to show you where to find some very important resources that may be able to help you. You see up here where it says resources, up at the top line there? We have put in many documents that you can't even get from your local REC, for goodness sakes, like the Model Constitution. We even have the acronyms, list of acronyms. If you're not sure, if you go home and you say, what was a rhino again? But there's a lot of other stuff. You can see the activities we do as a group together. Next slide. So you can see, these are all the documents that you can download them. They're usually in PDF form. There's a lot there. I can't remember half of what they are. Slide 19, please. Now, we use something we like to call the 1 hour rule to grow our group. I'll be teaching the rule in my breakout, but it's 1 hour per month. I say to people, you sick of the way Trump's getting treated? Oh yeah. Would you like to do something about it? Oh yeah. Do you have 1 hour per month? Not per week. Nobody's got that kind of time. And once you get them in, they're full-time workers. Slide 20, please. I hope you'll join our Reclaim campaign today and become part of the solution. If we can have a Florida Watchdogs, or no matter what your group is called, it doesn't matter. The name isn't as important as the point that we all join together, right? Together, I think we can make a huge difference in midterms. Help us save our country beginning here at home. And the final slide, please. Folks, thanks so much, everybody, for coming out today. I hope you'll stop by my booth before you leave. If you haven't yet read my Rules for Deplorables book, I have them for sale at my booth. How many here have read Rules for Radicals? I told you guys. Saul Alinsky. So my book takes every tactic of his 13 tactics and flushes them out with using current events. People have begged me to write a sequel, but because I've been so active, and what's more important in my head is getting things done, right? But I finally sat myself down. I'm in chapter 12 of 13 chapters. My book is due out by end of summer, I'm proud to say, and the name is Rules for Rhinos. Alinsky tactics to fight Republicans in name only. So if you can help me get that promoted and shared, this is going to be better than my first book, and it's using the same Alinsky tactics. Wow. And I think you're going to love it. But please go to my givesendgo.com/support Cathi and help me spread the word. God bless you all. Thanks for being here. Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I forgot you, Raj. Hey, if you guys feel uncomfortable about maybe, it's so overwhelming to understand what the whole RNC is and the Republican Party and all that stuff. Raj asked me to talk about the legislation, the legislators. Who's in charge up there? The Senate, the President. And I said to him, I don't know. No, but truly, it's a complicated issue for me, but Raj knows it really well because he's been going up there with his group for quite a while, so I asked him to come up and tell you about it instead. God bless you, Raj.
Thank you, Cathi. Let's have a hand for Cathi Chamberlain.